What's up everyone, it's HK Gaming. Today I have for you another build. Just like I said, I'll be updating of my build with the final version, since there won't be any more updates with the Division 2. Make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss that. Start off with today's build. For the class, we'll be using the Gunner class, but it's honestly really is up to your choice. But because we are doing the full damage, killing enemies give you 10% armor is pretty important for you. And then we have the 50% reload faster as well. That's pretty good. And then we have we can generate 10% of the total ammo capacity every 60 seconds as well. So this is a pretty good class that you can do. And then for the guns, I recommend using the rifle. Shotgun is really up to you, but I highly recommend to use the rifle, AR, and the shotgun. For other class, you can use the survivalist too, where you get 10% bonus damage with the status effects. Or you can use the demolitionist, where it gives you 10% damage to targets out of cover. Okay, so take a look at the build. For the guns, I'm using the bigger dose in here with damage to target out of cover. The talents is perfect lucky shot. When you miss, it doesn't count as reloaded. So I think that's pretty good if you're a console player. If you're very confident with yourself, you can also use the classic M1A, so you don't have to use the name version. For the talents, I recommend using the boomerang. Critical hit have a 50% chance to return the bullet to magazine. If a bullet is returned to the magazine, the next shot plus 40% increased damage. So this is the best choice if you're not using the name version. Even though they nerfed the rifle, I still think this is one of the best version, where you can have like a mid-long range weapon along with the shotgun, where you can do close range weapon damage. Since you are a full damage type of build, having an AR on you might not handle the long range enemy that well. So I still recommend use the rifle instead of an AR. But it's really up to your choice. If you're very confident with yourself or with your teammate, you can use AR as well. For the pistol, I'm using the Orbit, which is the name pistol, perfect finisher. Using this weapon to kill an enemy will give you 35% crit chance and 40% crit damage. But the only problem is that you really have to switch to your pistol to kill. For the mask, I'm using the Providence Defense. I'll have 3 gear hits of this. It gives you headshot damage, critical hit chance, and critical hit damage as well. For the gear mod, it's really up to you. It depends on if you have enough critical hit chance or not. If you have enough critical hit chance, then I'll put critical hit damage. And then for the gear, I'm using the name high end. The perfect talents increase total weapon damage by 25%. Take damage, disable this buff for 3 seconds. If you do not have the name one, you can use the normal one as well. It's also 25% damage, but taking damage will disable this buff for 4 seconds. I'm using this only because I have this with me, and it's one of the gear set too. So, and then perfect glass cannon, of course, critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and the perfect brand set with critical hit damage gear mod. And then for the gloves, you do not have to use this, but it gives you 8% damage to armor if you are using the contractor. I think that 8% damage to armor is more important than one more brand set. And then I'm using the critical hit damage brand for here, since I have enough critical hit chance already. So having extra critical hit damage really helps me. And then the last one is rifle damage. This is also the perfect choice since we are using rifle with our build. But if you're using AR, you might lose that 10%. Or you can use AR with rifle as well, but I still recommend use the shotgun with rifle. And then of course critical hit damage, and you got 8% damage to target out of cover. So let's take a look at our damage. So this is a named enemy. Even if you're using the name version of this, it doesn't have any bonus damage from your talent. You're still doing 4 million shot if you hit. So that's pretty decent. And if you are using the shotgun, you can finish off within one magazine as well. For the gun mod, I'm using all critical chance and magazine with 5 extra rounds. Oh, I forgot to mention, for the skill you would want to use the Crusader shell. Basically, this is just some extra health or extra armor for you. Really don't have other good option for you, to be honest. And I'm using the Reviver Hive for second chance. You can use the jammer to jam the drones from the enemies, or you can use the scan as well, but I still think that the safest way is to have the Crusaders and the Reviver. That will be it for today's video. I hope you enjoy. Make sure you hit subscribe, that will really help me to keep the channel running. Don't forget to leave a like as well. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, or if you have any better ideas, let me know as well. And I'll see you in the next video.